Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Jahaneman. And today is Monday, the special day for the teachers. And my show, Motivate Million Teachers, is with you all. I welcome all the teachers who have joined us today, and I welcome today's special guest who is going to enlighten us about very important topic that is very essential for all the teachers. Teachers are the builders of nation. Teachers are the motivators. Teachers are the ones who are making millions of people successful in their lives. Teachers are the one who inspires others. Teachers are the one who motivates their students. But who is going to motivate my teachers? This is a greater concern, and that's why Jahaneman has started a regular show on every Monday on the theme Motivate Million Teachers. That is the mission of Jahaneman, and I request each one of you, all the viewers, all my well-wishers, to kindly help us in accomplishing my mission of motivating million teachers. So today we are once again in front of you with our show Motivate Million Teachers. And in this show, we have invited a great personality who is going to enlighten us on the topic confidence building. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Colonel Shiv Chaudhary ji. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
So before I invite sir for his valuable talk, let me just take 2 minutes time, because it's my responsibility and it's my duty to welcome Colonel Shiv Chaudhary ji. Colonel Shiv Chaudhary ji has spared his valuable time, and I am very much grateful. He is going to talk about confidence building. And if I talk about him, so he is, as you all know, he is Colonel. By name, we all can say that he is an army official. 40 years in army uniform and corporate sector in training, logistics, planning, talent management, and retail and telecom sectors. So today we are going to meet such a personality who has MBA in HR, Industrial Relations, Masters in Material Management, PGD in Ecology and Environment, and diplomas and certificates in multiple subjects. Colonel Chaudhary ji is a certified corporate trainer, motivator, and freelance writer with over 60 editorials. And he has interacted with approximately 50,000 people on multiple subjects as multiple institutions and locations. And he has been awarded for appreciation letters by Chairman HRC for social work and commendations card by GOC, and he hails from UT of G&K. So, Colonel Shiv Chaudhary ji, I welcome you from the bottom of my heart. Jahaneman is grateful with your gracious presence. So, namaskar and welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So now over to you.
Okay, I'm so happy. I'm so excited to talk to you all. In fact, I've been waiting for the opportunity since ma'am told me that a day will come and she will give me an opportunity. I'm very fortunate that during the lockdown, people are trying to utilize their time in the best possible manner to benefit others. Everybody lives for self. Very few people live for others. And living for others doesn't cost you much. It's just in your mind. And before I start, I want to just request about you, just relax. There's nothing to write. There's nothing to remember. What I'm going to talk is all known to you. I'll be mostly repeating. I'll be only trying to awaken you to see what all you have inside you. You have to just peep inside and search, and you'll be surprised, astonishingly surprised that you are a treasure of knowledge, treasure of potential, and treasure of gems inside you. You just got to locate them. Just got to know the method, how to look within. But before that, I just want to quote you an incident. What is self-confidence? It's like a girl is asked by the parents to go and find a boy. And she sees hundreds of boys. And finally, she narrowed down to one. And the time passes about 6 months to 1 year. in interacting, knowing the boy more and vice versa. So finally the day comes, the parents call the girl, they ask her, have you been able to finalize the boy? So she says, no. Surprisingly, the parent asks, oh, so-and-so boy was very good. He had a good job, good house to live, good salary, nice family, a very smart boy. What is wrong with that boy? And she says, everything good, but he lacks self-confidence. This is what the self-confidence is. The other incident I want to particularly quote about teachers. Chairman of the school asked the principal to select 2 teachers. And as you know, hundreds of people needing job, they come and they are interviewed. And finally, she narrowed down to 2. And chairman says, my dear principal, we needed 10, you narrowed down to only 2. And same reply comes, sir, everybody was good, well educated, well experienced, good in communication skill, known teachers, but they all lack confidence. This is what confidence is all about in my perception. Okay, now let's say in nutshell, what is this all about? We all here have self-confidence. We keep telling our children, coaxing our children, develop confidence, bharosa karo, atmanirbhar bano. It's not atmanirbhar which is politicized or known by the government. It is a self ka, apne aap ka self. And what makes us self-confident? I can only say, this is one area, this is one instinct, this is one quality which makes you to finish at the podium or stay away from the podium, which makes you a champion or makes you a runner-up, number 3, 4, or 5th, which makes you happy, successful, or makes you cry. This is one which makes you a leader to lead people or to be led by the same people. This is one subject where after an exam, either you are rejoicing, enjoying, celebrating, cutting cake, going to a hotel or going to a restaurant, having party with your friends, or you go just enter your house and try to console yourself. This is an area where champions are born out of nothing. But when the point is, this concept of self-confidence keeps changing. As you grow, as you read more, study more, you interact more, experience more, you meet more people, teach. As a teacher, start teaching. This level of confidence keeps varying. Today, probably, old saying goes, you are trying to climb a mountain, a hill. Tomorrow, you'll climb mountains. This is what is self-confidence when it applies to us. It is crucial to understand that everyone is not born. It is crucial to understand that everybody is born with self-confidence. Only the degree varies. Only the perception part, how to dig it out, that will vary. This gives you, if you can dig it out, this will give you tremendous amount of potential, untapped potential and strength. In the end, what will happen? The people who embrace self-confidence, they will succeed while others would not. This in nutshell, Alan, you understand that in simple word, people who have self-confidence, who peep within, who have confidence in their abilities, who can identify their potential and what is within, who can understand themselves, who can unleash themselves, they are called self-confident people. While people who don't, they become failures. I'll just cover my talk in about 4 or 5 pages. One is, what is it? So I've told you already, what is it? Second is, why do the people lack self-confidence? Why everybody doesn't have? When you have everything within, why people fail to identify it, to awaken themselves? Third, what is the need? Why are you sitting here wasting time today on Monday when you should be relaxing after your day's work? Is there any need? Are there any advantages? Then most crucial, what we need to do. Are there any steps? Are there any actions which we need to take so that we develop this self-confidence? I will quote you a few examples in the end. If there are some questions, you can always ask me. Now, we all know that everybody born with certain strength, quality, intelligence, insight, experience, actions, circumstances. while some use, some do not use. So what does it mean? It means self-confidence is the ability or the belief to believe in oneself, in own self, in oneself. It's the ability or the belief to know what is inside you, so that you can accomplish any task irrespective of the odds, challenges, and difficulties. Secondly, we can simply say is feeling of trust in your abilities, qualities, and judgment. In your abilities, qualities, and judgment. This is very important. Next, we can say it is an attitude which everybody enjoys. It is attitude which you should use to control yourself realistically. There's no point wavering about overconfidence. Of course, we'll deal later. There's no point talking about overconfidence or living under the shadow of I can do anything, I can achieve anything, I can go and run over everything. This is all bogus. You got to be realistic when you talk of self-confidence. In nutshell, we can say, in nutshell, if I have to divide in one line, I can say confidence is that element within which makes you ready to face all the questions, despite knowing not all the answers. That means you are in a because of your actions, your acts, your hard work, your reading, you have brought to a stage to yourself that you are ready to face all questions, despite not knowing all the answers. I hope you all are with me. This is what is a self-confidence. No, there are large number of factors why people lack this. One thing we have to accept that we do lack. That's why there's a need to study. That's why we are sitting here today. That's why people have felt the necessity that there is one subject which we must be taught to us, which we must teach to our children, teacher, anybody in the society. So there are a large number of factors. I'll just speak about very few prominent. People, when they start distrusting themselves, when they suffer from depression, when they suffer from inferiority complex, people who start doubting themselves, who see themselves as failure, who see themselves into passivity, people who are who are very sensitive to criticism, people who are by nature submissive, aloof, and prefer to live in isolation. This is where we lack self-confidence. People who prefer to distrust themselves, they don't trust self, they suffer from depression, inferiority complex, self-doubt, failures, passivity, submissiveness, they are afraid of criticism. This is where they lack self-confidence. If they are bold enough, they are confident, they'll say, okay, criticize me. I'll welcome anybody's criticism. Now, the question is, why do we lack? Why do we lack all this? One is, some time we suffer from overconfidence, underestimating ourselves, unwanted confidence we have. Sometimes we become arrogant. When we say overconfidence, I'm reminded of a joke. With all the regard to our Bihar state and Bihari, just to keep you alive, two Bihari guys were talking. One said, we are not progressing. Everybody say Bihari not progressing. It's a backward state. The other guys say, oh, it is because we are part of India and India is not progressing. That's why. He said, let's get separate from India. He said, what do you do when you get separate from India? He said, as Bihar state will invade USA and invade USA. USA will win. We'll become one of the states of USA and we'll progress. The other guy who's overconfident, he says, so what if we win from US? If we win over US, then what will happen? This is the apt example of overconfidence. One should not have. You have overconfidence, but it should be realistic. It should be based on facts. Then there is something called, then people suffer from defeatism, pessimism, optimism. Then there's something called Dunning-Kruger effect. Basically, tendency due to lack of confidence. Try to do something, try to get triggered, just because of lack of confidence. It is not based on facts. Then there is something called hubris. Hubris means you are persistently arrogant. It's like somebody driving a car for 20 years and other guys say, please drive safely. And the driver says, I've been driving for 20 years. I never met an accident. I never had an experience of accident. I'm so safe. This is what he called hubris, or persistently being arrogant. Nobody can claim that I had a track record of no accident in the last 30 years. I'll not meet an accident. It is like somebody jumping in the swimming pool saying that I've been jumping, I've been doing swimming in my school days. But you got to know the depth. I can quote you an incident of overconfidence. A schoolboy of class 12, he was very good in swimming, but fortunately, he was only jumping, doing swimming in the proper pool. He went and lived in a village, jumped in a seasonal nala, hit a rock, and finished himself forever. So this is where the overconfidence we need to avoid. There are people who are very illogical. They behave like gamblers. They bet money based on no logic, thinking that they'll win. They always remain into the habits of gambling. Then there are people who suffer from low achievements, and they adapt so soon. They adapt themselves to that sort of living also. Then there's a lack of judgment. Lack of judgment means one can't distinguish what is right, what is wrong, what can be achieved, what cannot be achieved, what is within my available means, and what is not within my achievable means or within the available means, and I need additional means and sources to achieve it. Then you can say people fall prey to floating information, and there cannot be any better example than WhatsApp. You see 20 messages or 30 messages, you start believing. This is what you are bombarded with, the misinformation. Then there's a peer pressure, there's the influence of friends, which is bad, stressful, you're suffering from stress, anxiety, pressure, or you are not being supported by parents, you're not being supported by your family, and you're also not having a very supportive career. No, this is what is, no, having done all this, what is the benefit? If we have self-confidence, how do we gain from it? It adds to the growth, it adds to the success, it adds to the motivation, it adds to the positivity. It will bring to you more competitive spirit, more achievements. It will define you as an authentic individual, authentic personality. You will be called original personality. Otherwise, a lot of people, because of your overconfidence habits or underconfident, a lot of people will start calling you as a fraud. But if you achieve all this, people will say, yo, so-and-so is original. Trust his statement. You must listen to him carefully. He means business. Every word is worth gold. Then if you are not suffering from any of these ailments, you will have good health, you will have wide receptivity, you will be valued wherever you go. It will add to your resilience, trust, and competition. And finally, it will reduce your fear, stress, anxiety. Now, question is, we have known now, by now we know what is self-confidence, what are the advantages, why people lack self-confidence, why do we need? Now the bigger question comes, how do we build it? Rest is all residue, I would say. Now, question is, how we build the self-confidence? First is, it comes to mind, accept all sorts of challenges, accept criticisms. Don't close your ears only to listen good points about you. If somebody say, ma'am, in the class, you were not very good in teaching maths, or ma'am, you didn't come prepared today. If the principal say that you need little more effort, to make more effort, accept it, look with him. Then next step is, whenever you do something good, you must pamper yourself, you must award yourself, you must push yourself few notches more, and then you must celebrate your success. You may call your makeup man, you may visit a salon or beauty parlor, and you may go and celebrate with your friend, or you may cut a cake or a packet of sweet, but you must celebrate whenever you achieve something. Then be ambitious. Don't be over ambitious, but if you are ambitious, you are honest, and you are ready to accept, if I don't know, I don't. There's no point in saying to claim that I know everything. If you don't know, you don't know. Say openly. Let people listen to it. Let people know. Let your ear also know that you are openly saying that you don't know a particular subject. After all, you can't be master of everything. So be ambitious. If you have no ambition, you cannot progress. But your ambition should be based on support system, on your motivation, on your knowledge, on your affordability, on your dreams, and finally on your goals. You can't say, next month, I'll reduce 20 kg my weight, like most of people do on 1st Jan. Okay, now my aim is to reduce 10 kg or to reduce my 6 kg of my waist. It's all futile. If you say, in 15 days, I will reduce 1 kg. In next 1 week, I'll reduce 2 centimeters of my waist. It sounds logic. If you just say that I'm going to reduce 20 kg, then what is the timeline? What is the routine to do so? Is not defined. So you are all talking in the air. It has no meaning. People stop listening to you. Okay? When you are committed, you have career of conviction, and you're not comparing yourself. You are only competing. A word would caution, we all hear, don't compare yourself. I would say you must compare yourself. Compare yourself with a better person who's a better performer. There's no point comparing with a failure. You'll become a failure yourself. If in your neighborhood, in your family, somebody in the school had done well, start competing, start comparing, start making commitments. Start with the career of conviction. Yes, I will do this. That thing should be from within you. Change focus. Change focus. Sometimes people keep working hard. They do not know what is the direction. Sometimes people do every possible thing, but they know clarity. Just remember Kareli, a hungry shooter. At the age of 30, at the age of 20, in fact, he met with an accident just before the games, national games, and his one hand was amputated. He didn't lose heart. He didn't lose the confidence. He worked hard. In the next Olympics, he was a champion. Then he proved to the world, yes, I didn't allow my one hand to be handicapped. I only strengthened my available next one hand. This is how the people work. Then you see, we all suffer. It's but we all suffer from negativities, inabilities, fears. You must confront your fears. You must speak within. What is that which is holding you back? What is that villain which is inside you? Kill it. What will happen? You will fail. In life, you must yourself, your student, your children, you must teach them how to fail. If they've not seen the failure, they will never progress. They will always be scared of. They'll always do so many things to achieve success. And when they don't achieve, they will suffer from ailment. They'll suffer from depression. They'll suffer from any ailment. Just remember, when you play game, sports ground, be it football, be it basketball, be it hockey, they are the best area to teach you defeat, because you can't win always. And sports you learn how to face failure. So everybody should play 1 or 2 games so that they know what is the value of failure, how to face failure, how not to get depressed, how not to cry when you fail, when you don't win. Next, which comes to my mind, is try to do which you have not been able to do. Try to do which you are always scared of doing. You don't want to attempt. You keep postponing, what we call as habits of postponing, procrastination. Ye to aasan hai. This is very easy. This is my right hand job. This I can do in 2 minutes. This subject I am already master. I have adequate notes on this. This I kept for the last day. Everybody feels. All the people who follow such habits, who are in such habit of procrastination, they feel they never succeed. They never get the time. Last moment. So the point is, most important point is, try to attempt now what you are most scared of, which you are not attempted, which is trying to scare you away. Then fake it. It's old saying, it's very apt. A day in advertisement, fake it till you make it. Give full impression to people that you can do it. In WhatsApp, you say, you see particular message, video or image keeps coming after 2 days, you get from various sources, you start believing. Then you start forwarding. This is what faking till making. So you must fake it, you must fake it till you make it. Next point which comes from which is very, very applicable, highly applicable to the teachers, that they have a very challenging profession of teaching. And students with the Google and all the keyboard in the hand, they are very smart. They would probably know the answer before anybody else knows. And at time, I will not be surprised if they know more than the teacher for a particular subject. So it's very important that you feed your brain. No, you can't feed fresh juices, fresh fruits or fruit or a cake or any English food to your brain. You can only feed knowledge. You can read, feed knowledge to your brain, and this will help you. Your brain will become more capable. It will have more capacity. You'll remember more things. You will be more logical. You'll be talking sense. You'll be more convincing. So get into the habit of feeding your brain on a regular basis. In the morning, when you get up or you face a challenge, you face a situation where you feel it's tricky, you find it difficult to get out of it, just say, I can do it. I'm the best. Can do it. I'm the best. You all must remember Jennifer Capriat in 1992 Olympics. She was down by 2 sets in the tennis, and third set she was at the verge of losing. But during every break, she moved her hand, saying, I can do it. I'm the best. I can do. And the audience in the stadium could listen to. Audience in the court could loudly listen to her saying, I can do it. I am the best. I can do it. Must follow that when you are entangled with such a situation. Just awake your self-confidence. Then get in the habit of ignoring all sorts of social pressures. In Hindi, log kya kahenge? Don't bother about law. You got to compete with yourself. You got to prove to yourself. You don't have to worry about what your uncle or your maternal uncle or your in-laws or neighborhood children or classmates are saying, or classmates' parents are saying. Just don't worry. You just pursue what your mind says, what you are confident of, what is within your means, and what is within your, more important, what is within your potential. I said, kill the villain within. What is that one thing? Or what are those things? I repeat, kill the villain. It means what is that one thing, or what are those few things which are pulling you back, which are pulling brakes to your progress, which are hindering your progress, which are coming in the way of your decision making, which are making your logical thinking into illogical thinking. Kill that villain. Try to identify, kill that villain, get out of it. Don't let anybody else pull you back. Learn and train. A lot of people say, I'll give you an example. A lot of people say, that problem I can solve. No, for the next problem, so and so can solve. The third problem, so and so teacher can solve. And for the fourth problem, effort to the principal. Ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you that it's pointless to solve one problem and then be expert on one. Try to learn the technique of finding solution to all sorts of problems. You must train yourself, you must learn and train yourself to start to find a solution for any kind of problem. That's what the efficiency is all about. Live healthy. If you're not healthy, your self-confidence, how much you may have, may not have, will go for a jump. Live healthy, play sports, take care of your health, meditate, talk to people, learn from them, eat good food, form good habits. Then, because if you are healthy, you will be confident, you will be making attempts, you can achieve anything, you can clear all exams, you can burn midnight oil. Something called power pose. Power pose means basically everybody should know, everybody should follow. It means every day dress well, comb well, take care of your health, your face, your projection. stand tall, chin up, give broad smile. Let people look at you. Let people look at you that so and so is neatly dressed up. So and so has a very high sense of dressing up. So and so has a good manner while shaking hand. So and so is impressive while talking. It will add to your confidence. Practice more, preach less. I'll quote one incident of what, not incident. I'll quote you year 1977 when I was in the military academy. So we had one senior who every day preach us how to hold basketball in the hand, how to hold hockey, how to hold golf stick, how to hold tennis racket. But believe me, he never entered any playground. But he was always lecturing us every day, and that too when we used to be very tired after playing sport. So don't be like that. Don't preach, just practice, practice, and practice. If you start practicing, slowly it will become your habit. Segregate yourself from weakness. Look within, try to identify where are the hindrances, where are the challenges, which are the difficult areas, what is that which you are not able to solve. So don't mix up, have very clear mind, separate all your difficulty, all your weaknesses from your strong point. Exploit the strong point, work on the weak point. Exploit, make full use, add to the strong point. This will strengthen your will. Set attainable goals. A lot of people say set high goals. I'm not saying that, I'm purposely avoiding. I'm saying set attainable goals. If you say, I'm handicapped physically, I want to climb Mount Everest, you can. Probably 30 years back, nobody imagined. Today, people are climbing with one leg. People are climbing with both legs below knee missing. They're reaching the Everest peak. But when they set the goal, it should be attainable. Attainable means if you want to become doctor, but while choosing subject in class 11, 12, you missed out the subject like biology, chemistry, and after doing your 12th, you want to appear for the NEET exam or the medicine exam. But now you suddenly realize that you have missed the subject, you're not eligible for appearing for a particular exam. Similarly, if you want to become engineer, BTech student, and if you don't take physics, chemistry, mathematics, which are the essential subjects, these could be any subject for that particular profession. So you have missed the bus. So that means you're setting goals, but which are not attainable. Secondly, most important, if you set a goal, you must see number of factors. Is it affordable? Is there the much needed support, be it financial, moral, or family support available? Are you physically fit? Are the resources there? So if you don't have all these, then probably you need to change your goal. You need to reset your goal and refocus yourself. Speak up, visualize you as a winner, as a champion, reach out to the people, seek help, widen your network. This is very important. Some people go into depression, they maintain aloofness, and they don't progress. Some people are so involved, so engrossed in self-study, one doesn't know what are they studying. They never speak up. These are the worst habits. The good habit to add to your self-confidence will be speak up, visualize, reach out to people, increase your network, have socially more friends, seek help, talk to people, visualize yourself as a champion, as a winner, then surround yourself with successful people, people who are very confident. If your friends are all failure, obviously you are a failure. After all, it is said that you are the sum total, you are an average of sum total of 5 of your best friends. You are the average of 5 of your best friends. If your 5 best friends are worst friends, they are failure. They all lack all the qualities. They're only suffering from lack of self-confidence. They all are suffering from bad habits. You are no exception. You are just one of them. So it's important you are wise enough to choose your friend. You're wise enough to be in the company of those friends. SWOT analysis. Very important. Everybody appears in this is meant for teachers. There's something called SWOT analysis. It basically means carry out an analysis of your strengths, your weaknesses, what is the opportunity available, and what are the threats. Take a diary, make 4 quadrants, write down strength, opportunity, threat, and opportunities. Write down. What is strength? Your education, your experience, your certification, your technical skill, family support. What opportunity that you are in a particular job, you are capable of looking at achieving a better job. You are capable of succeeding in more interviews. What a threat that there may be somebody who's more competent. There could be somebody who is better qualified and may defeat me, or it will render me as a failure. And opportunity, chance for you to add to your qualification, chance for you to meet more people, chance to experience more, chance to learn more. Then take risk. People who do not take risk, they don't progress. They tie themselves within the limits. Take calculative risks. If you don't take risks, you cannot succeed. You will not know what's happening outside. You will always suffer from shyness. And shyness is one quality where you need to make a lot of effort to overcome it. Tread new paths. Tread new paths. There's no point traveling on beaten paths. Choose a new path. Sense it, experience it, feel it. Know what are the challenges. Today you have chosen a new path. Tomorrow you will probably choose another new path. Slowly you'll find yourself walking over possibly all the paths, all the roads which were never treaded by anybody. You become a champion. You become more experienced. Then there's something called visualize yourself as you wish to. That means you want to win a game. Visualize you are collecting gold medal in the Olympic stadium. If you want to win a boxing champion, visualize yourself bashing up, boxing the opponent inside the boxing arena, and then fetching a gold medal, standing at the stage. Visualize yourself at the podium finish. Visualize yourself that you are unfurling the national Tiranga as a champion representing India in the world stage. That means visualize yourself as you wish to be. Self-talk, must talk to yourself, must visualize, must put yourself in that pedestal. Then use your past experience. You must have had many successes. When you are faced with the situation where you need more confidence, think, oh, in so-and-so year, I had the same sort of problem. I could tackle it. I came out successful. I won. I cleared the exam. Visualize those situations. Remember your mentors, what they taught you, how they interacted with you, how they imbibed, how they added to your confidence. Visualize everything. Then last point, there are hundreds of points, but last point in making effort comes to me, exit your comfort zone. Everybody consciously, unconsciously, incidentally, or in a planned manner, gets into the comfort zone. Like, for example, if a teacher is, let's say, teaching in South Delhi and salary say 1 lakh, you're teaching class 9th, and if you ask to travel to, let's say, in Rohini or Connaught Place or in Gurgaon, some part of Gurgaon, where you have better job opportunity, your growth is better, your salary better, but you have entered a comfort zone because this suits you. This is near your house. In the defense, where I was in the army, we had certain department where there are civilian working. I was posted in Delhi somewhere in 90s, 91, 92. We had certain civilian people who joined there as a laborer or as a storekeeper. And they came in the line of promotion, like becoming a senior storekeeper, foreman, superintendent, and then a civilian officer. They all flatly gave in writing that we don't want any promotion. Because If you are promoted, you will be posted. You will be moved to another station where there is a vacancy of that particular promoted guy. So everybody gives in writing, hereby I undertake that I don't wish to pick up any promotion in my lifetime. So they joined as a laborer, they retired as a laborer at the age of 60. This is what is the comfort zone. Because in the evening, they do some property dealers work. Somebody runs food giant. Somebody doing some personal business. So don't be in a comfort zone. Try to get out of a comfort zone. You will progress. You will sense, you will sniff better job opportunities. You will grow. Your children and yourself will have far more exposures. Okay, we finish with the steps. I can just give you few examples how people who worked on self-confidence, they became successful people world over. Colonel Sanders, everybody knows about the KFC. He, at the age of 60, thought about opening KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. He visited 1,000 customers. Nobody gave him one order. After contracting 1,000 potential customers, he got his first order for the KFC. But what a brand. It rules the world today. There is hardly anybody who doesn't know about KFC, still the younger generation. Abraham Lincoln, everybody knows, at the age of 7, he was working as a laborer. At the age of 9, he lost his mom. And at the age of 51, he became president of US. And before that, he fought election, he got 100 votes only. But he went to become president of the most powerful state. Dhirubhai Ambani, everybody knows. I worked with that company for about 8 years after my retirement. Worth anything, worth for 5 lakh crore rupees today. It's anybody's guess. I may be underestimating. This guy, Dhirubhai Ambani, used to work at a fuel station on a daily basis. What a vision, what a progress. Kalpana Chawla, everybody knows from Panipat, she always used to look at the sky because she was visualizing, one day I'll fly, one day I'll reach moon, one day I'll be in the sky. My future, my life, my vision is to reach and fly in the sky. And she made it. Instant, no need to tell 1,000 attempts. And then he could invent light. Dr. Abdul Kalam, do I need to mention? I can only mention in letter mode, he was asked to give a lecture during one of the lunches of his hundreds of missile lunches. He coolly went to the man who asked him to give a lecture. He said, sorry, sir, I cannot give a lecture, but I can launch another missile in 6 months. I cannot speak because I'm not used to speaking. I don't have confidence. But if you want me to launch another missile, another rocket, I'll launch in record time. This is where the people come. Cricketer, no cricketer counts the number of balls they face when they practice. Bill Gates, he was challenged. In fact, he felt perplexed when he saw the first computer. He didn't know what is computer, but where it is, what revolution he brought in the world today. If I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you courtesy Bill Gates. Michael Jordan, the best basketball player ever produced in the world. He was called Jumpman. Initially, for 4 times he missed to be part of the school team. He was no good. People said he can never play basketball. And if he plays, he can never be a good player. Imagine, he became the reigning individual champion in the entire world. There's nobody who doesn't emulate him today. Steve Jobs, everybody knows what his work, what he said, what was his parting word, where he started, where he was fired by his own company, he was jobless, and where he reached. A pilot flying an aircraft. You all have flown by air, you travel by air, most of you. Some people must have traveled many times. When it is passing through a turbulent weather, announcement comes, keep the seatbelt on. We are passing through a rough weather, rough zone, turbulent weather. Everybody starts, oh Allah, oh Ram, oh my God. But imagine the confidence of 2 people. They mean their business. They're so sure they know we'll sail through smoothly with everybody as safe as possible. Soldiers, I'm talking about my profession. Soldier in the tender age, they are dropped into jungle with no communication. Today you have mobile. In my time, there would be nothing. They'll be dropped in a dead jungle in the midnight with no food, and we will be asked, you have to stay here for 4 days. Find your livelihood. After 4 days, somebody will contact you. And we have to spend 4 days living on jungles, living off the land, living on the jungle, survival. That's what resiliency award called, which is one of the important element of self-confidence. Military commanders, you have seen so many history. Major Somnath, Kanishatan Singh, with 100 men, just handful of 100 men, they defeated opposition enemy, attacking them with 1,000 people, with better weapon, more technology. Last, I want to quote you just 2 incidents of self-confidence and training. Military engineering, during Commonwealth Games in Delhi, a bridge fell just few days before the commencement of the game. Everybody put hands up. Military were asked, military engineer came, they surveyed, they said, yes, we'll give you bridge, we'll deliver a bridge in so many days. They delivered, everybody staying in Delhi knows about it. 2-3 years back, a railway foot-over bridge fell down, collapsed in Mumbai. The military engineer came, they built it in record time. This is what is self-confidence. They knew their capabilities. I have just want to say in conclusion, if you are self-confident, it can change your life forever. You will know what to do, when to do, how to do. You will be the controller of your life. You will be controlling. You will not be controlled. You will be controlling your life, your goals, your dreams, your achievements, your future, your growth. You will try to imitate confident people. They will learn from you, learn from them. You'll know how they act, how they think, how they behave, how the very people who are very sure how they feel about themselves. You will be more productive, you will be more effective, your goals will be achievable, you will always be a very happy person. Now, one thing you have to guard against is boasting of overconfidence. Be very careful. I gave you 2 examples of somebody claiming I have been driving for 30 years, I never had an accident, so I cannot meet an accident. Never bring that idea in your mind. Don't preach that. Somebody was so expert in jumping the school pool or a club pool, went on leave in a village, jumped in a Sijan Nala and died there only. So in the background of what all I've said, you have a choice to decide. You want to be a player or you want to be simply a cheerleader. You want to be a champion or you want to be a runner-up. You want to celebrate yourself or you want to just cry by all yourself. You want to lead a healthy life, unhealthy life. You want to live a happy life or very unhappy life. It's like self-confidence, nutshell I can redefine. It's like a balloon which is flying in the air with helium inside. Everybody, oh, what a wonderful, what a multicolored. The size of the balloon, the height of the balloon, the color of the balloon don't matter. They're immaterial. What matters is inside. How you live within your house, how much you do for only yourself will not be that much important. What is important? What you are from inside. How much you are doing inside. How much you know yourself. How much you are making effort to do, to progress, to improve yourself, to train yourself, to add to your knowledge. I'll leave this.
Thank you very much. Colonel Chaudhary ji, thank you very much. I think he is disconnected. But anyway, my dear teachers, let me take your questions. So whenever he comes, we can ask those questions. Yes. You can unmute yourself and ask the questions. Yes, who wants to go first? First is called the icebreaker. Who is going to be the icebreaker today?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
How can meditation increase self-confidence?
Okay, so Colonel Ji, are you listening me?
Can you listen to me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Are you hearing us? The first question is that how meditation helps us to build our confidence.
I can simply say life is so busy. Everybody overcrowded mentally, physically, with the sort of information, sort of pressure you are in. You need to spare your time. Meditation. Meditation will bring peace of mind. It will stabilize your mind. It will rationalize your thinking. It will give you a little more time. It will also bring in the sense of discipline when you set timing for meditation. Saying, let's say in the morning you want to say, okay, from 7 to 7:30, I want to meditate every day. It will add to your concentration. It will add to your urge to sit, think peacefully, think rationally, be little more, have little more clarity on your goals, because you are sitting by yourself, you are connecting yourself with the God, you have better vision. This is how the meditation will help you in self-confidence. Otherwise, your idea will be blurred. You will not be able to see yourself, where you wish to reach, and what you want to do.
Thank you very much. And I hope, Malika, you got your answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so next question. Yes, who is the next?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Aisha. Yes, please.
I thank principal ma'am. She give us a chance to talk to Shiv Chaudhary sir. Thank you, sir. So my first question is how to become a confident woman is everyday life.
Confident woman. Yes.
How to become a confident human being in everyday life?
No, women, confident woman in everyday life.
Oh my God. In my dictionary, there's nothing like men and women. Let me be very frank. Two things, being a soldier, two things are so crystal clear in my DNA. One is, I should not be speaking. I have no religion. Number one, being a soldier, because my religion was, if I was the Sikh unit, I only went to Gurdwara for 10 years. In the first 3 years, I was in a Christian unit, I only went to church. I never looked at any temple. Not that I hated something, it was just because my religion was, but the religion of my men was. So similarly, as a soldier, I don't look at it. When it comes to teaching self-confidence, ma'am, I don't find any distinction between what I said, was it pertaining to only women or only men. This all applies to you. If you ask me a particular question about a particular task which is pertaining to women, I'm able to throw a little more light. But what I said about building confidence, this applies across board to both the sexes. But you can ask me any specific question which is coming in your routine.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Yes.
you, sir. Actually, you know, there are many factors for demotivating the women.
Nope.
That's why I think Aisha has asked me. The people, the
You know,
society, the neighbors and all others, they differentiate. This work is not for women, this work is for men. And you should not do that. So when we grow up as a woman, our life starts with no more than yes. So
break.
Yes, sir.
I know in our society, it takes time. It also depends on the environment. It takes time. There are hindrances, social hindrances. I can understand. And somebody can correct me personally. I'll be more than happy to discuss little more. And I can assure you, I'll be able to add far more confidence individually on one-to-one basis. But please, for God's sake, at least for your children, break those ceilings. Start pampering, start drilling, start instilling in the mind of your children that there's no difference, there's no job which is purely attainable by so and so. If they can climb hill, I can climb mountains. If they can do this, I can do. Yes. This example of army, we never had lady, in till now people have been fighting that we can't afford to have lady officers in the army. But in front of you, how many? We have thousands today. And they all are competing with the men. Yes, there are some biological differences. Those have been kept in mind. If somebody not well in a month for 3 days, 4 days, perfectly all right. This is natural. But that doesn't debar you from doing most of the duties. Maybe 1 or 2 duties you may not be able to perform as effectively as probably you would have done otherwise. But 98% of the nature of job you do as well as you were doing or as the men were doing. So first is start from a family. Start with your children.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, may I take 1 or 2 more questions? Brigadier Arjun Singh ji is here. Yes, Brigadier, sir. I think there is some technical issue, some connectivity issue. That's why we are not able to-
Brigadier Arjun has been my boss. I'm fortunate he listened to me, but I'm no match for him. Let me be very candid about it.
Okay, so Brigadier DR Sagar ji, do you have to add on something or do you have to ask something? Janab DR Sagar ji.
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So
There
thank
is
you
no
very
question,
much for
ma'am.
attending.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. Okay, so now let me move to the teachers. Yes, Shabnam, what is your question, please?
Good evening, sir.
Hi, Shabnam. Good evening.
Officer, please give some tips for children to develop encouragement and their confidence level.
These are the teachers, they want some tips.
We can have separate session one day when there's a time, but for now, I can tell you, firstly, let them do whatever they want to do. Number 1. Number 2, let them make mistakes. Number 3, start comparing children, your own children first. Third. Fourth, expose them to certain games, certain environment, certain setup, where they're bound to make mistakes. Can you hear me? No,
Yes.
I think.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Sir.
Fourth.
Thank you, sir.
And fifth, I can tell you, get them into some game where they lose game. In the next minute, they win game. They will get into the habit of self-confidence. After losing, somebody wins, it adds to the confidence.
Thank you very much, sir. And now I think we have come to the end of today's show. It is like more than 50 minutes. You have spoken and it was so interesting and inspiring that we all were mesmerized and we all were listening carefully. Now this is the time to say thank you to our resource person and to the eminent personality today. But before that, let me share his contacts and share his details so that the teachers and the viewers, those who want to be in touch with him and to contact him, they can contact. So here is the contact.
I can only humbly say anybody is most welcome to call me, contact me. I have no issue. Probably I'll be able to throw more light individually to the individual issues. There are specific issues.
Thank you very much, sir, for your generosity. And certainly the people are going to get back to you. And one day I'm going to invite you for my school children. And they will be very happy to meet you and very inspired when they meet any eminent personality. Naturally, that is going to enhance their inspiration and ambition for life. So thank you very much for being here. And before I wind up this program, let me just make some announcements for my viewers. So dear viewers, we are going to have the Green Ambassadors. They are going to present their videos on environment and the fancy dress competition on Environment Day on 5th June. You all are invited to attend it. More than 125 students have registered for this competition, and they are going to be the Green Ambassadors on that day. On 5th June, that is World Environment Day. Then on the same day, DPMI Darbhanga is organizing one login and win competition, that is a quiz on environment. And a talk will be delivered by Commander Vijay Kumar ji on biodiversity. So you all are invited for the same program on 5th. This is at 11 o'clock during the day. And then we are going to have recitation competition final round. It is on 4th June, Friday. You all are invited for this. And our signature program is teachers training program that is called FILM, Future Educational Leadership and Management. In fact, this is a course, 10 days course. Those who are interested to be the educational leader in future, or those who want to have some impact on the society, they are most welcome. They can attend this course. They can contact us. Today's world is the technology world. You know, it's very important to know how to use Canva, how to make designs, how to have our YouTube channel, how to make the videos, effective videos, and how to make our podcast, how to use the Anchor. All these platforms are important to convey our messages to the world through these platforms. If you are interested to learn these applications and softwares, we have a short course for this. You are always invited to attend this short course and then empower yourself and be the confident person, as Colonel Shiv Chaudhary ji has just said, that if you are well equipped, well skilled, you are going to be more confident. And tomorrow we are going to have a session, brief session on disciplining oneself, because if our mind is disciplined, so a disciplined mind leads to happiness and an undisciplined mind leads to suffering. So first of all, it's important to discipline our mind. How to discipline our mind, how to discipline oneself. On this, there will be a brief discussion tomorrow at the same time at 6 o'clock. And thank you very much for being with us. That's all from me. And once again, I would like to thank Colonel Shiv Chaudhary ji for being with us and for expressing his views on the confidence and giving us some tips on the confidence. Thank you very much, sir. May Almighty bless you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you, my dear viewers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.